Jennifer with JenX Faces, and I'm excited to be here today with Cocktails and Joints magazine to show you all how to do a black smoky eye tutorial. I've got Heather and Neve with me, and the top 3 tips I want to make sure you take away from this are to make sure you have an eyeshadow primer, always have some skin tone in between the dark and the light colors, and to make sure that you blend, blend, blend. I want to start out with some eye primer. It's going to help your makeup stay on longer and prevent creasing of your shadows. And I'm just going to buff it on from lid to brow. She has very pretty brows, pretty full, so all I'm going to do is sketch in where I need it. As always, ladies, the brows are sisters, not twins, so they don't have to be identical. And then right at the arch of her brow, I do a little bit of a highlight. And you don't need a lot of product on your brush to blend, but the blending is pretty important. If you see any pushing or pulling, that means we're pressing too hard into the skin. When we put more than one eyeshadow on, it's important to layer color. We don't want to overlap. So when you layer your shadows, they look beautiful and blended. When we overlap, we make mud. I'm going to go back in with my 217 brush and take a little of the fluid line. I'm going to start at the lash line and work my way up. This is going to be the trickiest part, so we want to make sure we keep that dark color on the lid and blend into those 2 browns we just put down. Get as close to your lash line as possible. That will help keep the eye looking super smoky and sultry. Once again, just blending out any lines of demarcation I see. I'm gonna dig a little bit of this really pretty black eyeliner into her lash line. It's a color called Feline from MAC. And close one more time. It's got carbon black pigment in it, so it's super smudgy, which is what you want to make this look sultry. If you're new to lashes, smoky eyes are the best way to introduce yourself to them, because when you first start to apply them, we don't always get them as close to the lash line as we would like, so the smoky eye will hide any mistakes you make. A little bit of that black liner in the waterline, and you're just going to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. We're just blending so we hide any skin between the lashes and the lash line. I'm putting on a liquid foundation with a powder brush, so I use less product and I get better coverage. Ladies, if you're not a big fan of concealer, I'm just going to take the liquid foundation with a fluffy eyeshadow brush, and then I just made my own concealer. Using an eyeshadow brush around the eyes for your foundation is one of my favorite techniques. And just be mindful when you're putting your foundation on that you don't mess up your eye makeup. I'm a fan of powder only where I need it, so I do put a little on the cheeks so that the blush stays. There are no rules to makeup, but one of my favorite little tips I always tell my clients is my 2 out of 3 rule. So we have the eyes, cheeks, and the lips. I like 2 out of the 3 features to match either in color or intensity. So we have a lot going on the eyes today, so I'm gonna do a little less on the cheek and a little less on the lip. I'm gonna put a little bit of primer around the lips. One of my favorites is my MAC, it's called Prep and Prime Lip. If you're new to lining your lips, I like to apply the lipstick first. If you use a lip brush, it will stay on longer. In the same way we shade in your eye makeup, we're gonna shade in the lips as well. So I like to keep the lips closed and relaxed and start from the outer corners and work my way in. Done and done.